Hey beauty babes, and welcome back to my channel. I am Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So today I have a Ipsy bag reveal and review. So I know that with Ipsy, everybody's is pretty much different. There's going to be a lot that are similar, but there are several different products that go in each bag, so you never know what you're going to get. And so I decided to, like my Beauty Box 5, go ahead and take the products, use them for the week, and let you guys know what I think. So not only do you get to see what I got in my bag, but also what I think of the products and how much and how well they worked for me. So just so you know, I am new to Ipsy. I hear everybody raving about it and decided to go ahead and jump aboard the Ipsy bandwagon, and so I did purchase this with my own money, and I just thought it'd be fun to show what I got and let you guys know my thoughts on everything. So first I would like to just say, let's talk about this bag. I absolutely love the bag. It has pineapples on it, which is super exciting to me just because I'm slowly starting to become a little bit obsessed with pineapples. I'm starting to see them everywhere. I think they're like really on trend right now, which is really cool. But personally for me, if you don't already know, I started working for Lux Pineapple, and I am their beauty vlogger over on the Lux Pineapple YouTube channel. And so I thought it was kind of cool that for my first Ipsy bag it came and it was like a pineapple bag, and so I just thought like, oh, how cool, just because, you know, that's something that's a little bit special to me right now. But yeah. One thing that I could say that I don't really like about Ipsy compared to the other subscription box service I get, which is Beauty Box 5, is that it comes with like a card, but it doesn't tell you like about your items. And I don't know if that is, if they don't do that because the bags, each bags are so diverse, as opposed to Beauty Box 5 where most of the items are the same, that is very in color, and there are some variations in the box of what you get, but I believe for the most part everybody gets the same thing except for maybe different colors, I think. And so they say, if you watch any of my Beauty Box 5 unboxings, it says like what the product is, it has a description and the prices and everything like that. Well, Ipsy doesn't do that, so I was actually surprised. I thought they did, but I just didn't realize. So I was kind of bummed about that. So you don't really get to know about the products on the card, but you can go on the site and learn about that, which is great. I think that's nice, but it's just not as convenient for me. So I was kind of a little bit bummed about that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get on with the first thing. This will also be kind of a demo because a couple of the products I used today and want to record how, you know, how they look. So there'll be demos along with my thoughts on the products as well. So I will go ahead and just start out with what I got with and what I used first in the demo. And that is this. This is the MD Solar Sciences Mineral Tinted Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 30 UVA UVB Sunscreen. So I found it a little bit interesting. Let me go ahead and just read. I brought up the site on my tablet so I could tell you guys about it in case you are curious. And so this says, the natural light tint and matte finish blends with most skin tones, makes a perfect makeup primer. Long-lasting, water-resistant, up to 80 minutes and won't clog pores. Naturally derived and safer mineral UV protection reduces the risk of photo-aging and skin cancer. Provides antioxidant protection, including green tea, cranberry fruit, and pomegranate extracts, and vitamin C. No wonder it's a top seller. So it sounds really great. I thought it was very interesting. So as you can see in the demo, I used this before I put on my foundation, which is the next thing I'm going to get to. But it doesn't have a strong smell or anything. It doesn't smell like sunscreen. It is tinted, as you can see, but that tint doesn't really make a difference in your skin. So, you know, when I thought about it, I thought originally it was more like a tinted moisturizer, which gives you a little bit of coverage. This I didn't feel gives you any kind of coverage as far as like covering flaws or dark circles or anything like that, which you can't really expect that from a tinted moisturizer anyways. It's going to be very, very lightweight coverage, but this is like really almost no coverage at all. So that doesn't disappoint me. I thought that maybe it would have some kind of coverage since it was tinted, but it really doesn't. My thoughts after putting it on, it really did make my face feel, sorry, I'm gonna look at, I have some notes written down here. Yeah, it really made my face feel soft and silky. I liked the way it felt. And I even though it doesn't have like any kind of real coverage considering it's tinted, I still wouldn't be opposed to wearing this alone as long as I did have some, I mean like without a foundation, but I would use concealer at least for my dark circles. I like that it has the SPF in it. It's 30. I don't need a lot of SPF coverage. I know people say you need it no matter what, but you know, I tan really well, I don't burn, but you know, I still like to be protected on my face especially. So I like that it has that. I love the way it made my face feel after using it. And what is the price? Let me look at this. It's $30. So, which isn't, that's not that bad. I think that's a pretty, I guess, decent price, because I think a little bit can go a long way. And so I'm gonna keep using this for a while and just see what I think, and then I might consider repurchasing. I'm not set in it yet, but I do love the way it makes me feel, my skin feel, and I do like the idea of having SPF protection without really thinking about it, and this doesn't feel anything like putting sunblock on your face. So I really like that. I think it's a really neat product, and so I'm glad I got the opportunity to try it. But yeah, so I'm really excited to have gotten the opportunity to try this. And yeah, as you can see in the demo, you can see how it looks on my face before and after. It's not really a huge difference or anything, but I think mainly it's just going to be how it makes your skin feel. And it's great that you could wear underneath the foundation if you want to, and that it's going to give you protection from the sun and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of a really neat product. So that is my thoughts on that. Next thing up is this. And I have a demo for this as well. I used it after I used this product here. And I'm wearing that today. This is what I'm wearing today. And this is the BB Cushion Laneige. I'm not sure. Let's see, Laneige. And I did look and see already that this can be purchased at Target, and I believe it's like $32. Because I was just really curious about that, what it was. It was like really interesting. It was this big old card, obviously some kind of foundation, but I guess basically what it is like it says flawless skin is just one step away, 501 cushion form technology. It brightens, protects, cools and moisturizes, prevents shine, perfects long-lasting coverage. And so anyways, basically what it is, you get this little sponge thing, and it comes out like this, and then you get your foundation, and they sent medium or light, medium, and dark, so you know, whoever they got sent it to, or whoever got this sent to them can, you know, find their shade. I went ahead and used medium all over my face, and then went in with the light foundation to use as a concealer under my eyes, just to, you know, check it out. The basic idea is it's like this foundation in a sponge here, and then you could use this little guy over here and dip it in the sponge to get the product and then put it on your face. Now, the picture here shows the sponge a lot bigger, since this is just a sample size, but see how she's got the sponge here, and it's pretty good size. This was a tiny little thing, and as you can see in the demo, I'm having kind of a hard time using it, so I did go ahead and dip my fingers in it and tried it with my fingers, and then I eventually just took this entire sponge out and then patted it against my face to get the product, because I just felt like it was kind of hard to get the product out. And I don't know if that's just because this is such a small sample, or if it's just difficult all the way around. I'm not sure, and again, like, I just didn't like this tiny little sponge, but it's very soft, and I like the way it feels. If it were bigger, it might work a little bit better, I'm sure. Then after that, I did go ahead and go over it to blend it all out with a brush, a foundation brush. I like to do this anyways, even with my regular foundation routine. I use my Real Techniques like beauty blender to put the foundation on and get a nice coverage, and then I go ahead and go over it with a foundation brush to kind of buff everything out, and I feel like that gives me a really flawless look on my face, and it kind of takes away any of the excess that kind of falls into your like crease lines or anything like that. I just like the way it looks. So anyways, I felt like the coverage was really good, well. I like the way it seemed like it did a really good job concealing my under eye circles and the little flaws here and there on my face. And I thought this was a really interesting concept for a kind of foundation. Well, I guess it's like a BB cream. But I'd have to look a little bit more into it because I'm not sure, like, it's just such a different, interesting idea. So the BB cushion, oh, and then this has SPF 50, so I'm just now seeing that. So that's kind of interesting too, so that might be a bonus to also use in the summertime. And from what I'm seeing here, it looks like it comes in this little compact, so I guess it would make it really easy to use if you're traveling, and it's not a cream but more of a liquid foundation. So if you're more into liquid foundations but want something a little bit easier and a compact to travel with, that could be very convenient. So definitely an interesting concept. Now, because I did want to do this demo for you guys before using this, this was my first time using it, so I can't give a full review on like longevity of this wear and stuff, but I will go ahead and just like insert like a little something here, or maybe like a little thing telling you my thoughts, how it lasted for the rest of this day, and update you guys that way when I edit this video. But overall I can say, like, I love the way my face feels right now, and I don't know if it's a mixture of that and then because I use this as well, but I like the way my face looks. I think it covered really well. I kind of like these two in conjunction with each other, and like that they both have SPF coverage. I think that's awesome. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting. That being said, I don't know if I would purchase this. I do have several other foundations and BB creams right now in the works, but maybe if I like that also it's at Target, so maybe if I'm at Target and see it, I might be interested to give it another whirl with a full size to really get an idea of what I think, because it is a very interesting product and a new idea that I've never seen before, so I think that's really neat. Okay, so the next thing I have a demo for is this shimmery eyeliner from Nicka K, New York. And I tried a couple different products from Nicka K, New York, a lipstick and a nail polish, and so this is the third thing that I've gotten via a subscription box. So far I've liked Nicka K, New York products, and I want to say right away, I don't not like this product. I think as far as the quality of the product, I like it a lot. The color shows up really well, as you could see in the demo. The color shows up, and I even had a picture posted. I used this earlier this week too when we went fishing with my family, and it is actually very long lasting. The color doesn't fade or anything. It doesn't smudge off or anything. Towards the very end of the day, when I was rubbing my eyes, it did start to flake off a little bit, but I mean, that was like in the evening, like when it was dark. So it is pretty long lasting, I can say that. What I really don't like about it, and you can kind of see this in the demo, I hope, is that the brush is super stiff. They said it's a, let's see, let me look at it here. It is made from a, I think, foam. It's like a foam brush. Yeah, foam tip applicator, but I found that it was really, really stiff and kind of hard. It didn't make it hard to line my eyes. I felt because it was stiff, it might have been a little bit easier. I mean, not easier, but it made it so I could just kind of swipe it along and line my eyes, and it got a pretty, you know, decent line. But it's just so stiff that if I want to use it like at the tip to kind of define it a little bit more, it like poked me and it kind of hurt my eye a little bit. So I didn't like that. I think I would just prefer if it's something like this, like a felt tip, which is soft and just easy to use, or like an actual brush, like a thin brush. I have an eyeliner brush, a liquid eyeliner from e.l.f., and it's like a brush, and it's soft and it's easy enough to use. I don't think that this improves the ease of use at all. I just not a fan of the applicator. I just found it too stiff, too hard, and kind of hurt my eye if I like was trying to like kind of get, you know, just define the liner a little bit more. And then if I did, you'll notice, I think you should be able to notice this in the demo, like once you drag it, if you drag it like, even, I try to do it lightly, like you kind of just have to like dab a little bit, press on your eye, but if you drag it at all, it will, because it is so stiff, create a line like in the liquid of your you know, that it's applying. It kind of creates a line, so you kind of have to go over it. I don't know if that's making sense at all, but for me, that is a hindrance. It bothered me a little bit. I won't not use this. I'll probably still use it every once in a while, but I will say if I would prefer, I think that they should change the applicator tip. I don't think that that foam applicator tip is a good idea. It's too hard and it kind of hurts my eyes, and it creates a line in the liquid. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Okay, we have two more things. This is the Marc Anthony Dream Waves Beach Spray. It says create sexy tousled beach waves all year long. Now, I don't know if it's just me because I already have curly wavy hair, but I really was not impressed by this. I guess it's just something that I don't really need. I think after using it, it kind of just looked the same as my hair looks anyways when I just let it air dry with no product in it. And I don't like the way my hair looks like that. That's why I put product in it. So I just didn't like it. Secondly, it stinks like really bad. It kind of has a smell of, yeah, it kind of has a scent of coconuts, which you guys all know I don't like. And I've said before, there's some scents of coconut that I could, you know, I don't like it, but I could stand it. Other ones kind of give me a really bad headache. The smell of this kind of coconut is the one that gives me a headache. But not only that, that's not why I think it stinks. I think it smells like a mixture of coconut and burnt hair. I'm not even kidding. It smells like, it just stinks like burnt hair, and then someone tried to spray a scent of coconut over it, if that makes sense. I just think it really, really stinks, and I don't know how much it costs. I'm not going to look it up, but I just don't think it's worth it. Now, if you're someone who doesn't have already wavy or curly hair, then you might find this interesting if you could get past the smell or not care about it. It might work for you. So if you got this and you have straight hair, let me know. I'd love to see how it looks like on someone who doesn't already have wavy curly hair, but for me, I just thought like this isn't something that I need. I wouldn't use it because I already have curly hair. So it didn't define them really well. It didn't like it. I don't know, like I don't know. I didn't like it. Maybe it's supposed to have that wild like curly wavy hair look, but I mean that's just how my hair looks all the time, so it's like, why would I want to do that? Why would I want something that does that to my hair when it already does that by itself? So anyways, the last item we got is the NYX Butter Gloss, or that I got, and this one is an apple strudel. I do have it on my lips today. It is a little bit light. I think it'd probably be best if it were to put over something else to kind of mute it down. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows about NYX and knows about their butter glosses. They've been around for a long, long time. That being said, about this one being a light shade, I absolutely love the NYX butter glosses. I love the way they smell. This one, what I say, apple strudel, smells amazing. So I'm super glad that we got this in our bag because I love NYX butter glosses, and I think I only have two other ones. One I got in a swap and one that I got that I purchased myself. And so this is not one that I have, and I absolutely love it. I love the NYX, the brand in general, and so I'm happy that we got this in our Ipsy bag. So yeah, that was my bag overall, and I hope you guys liked this reveal and review of the products that we got, or that I got in my bag this month. And if you get Ipsy and do like unbaggings or reviews as well, I'd love to come by and check yours out. So leave a comment and leave your link or your channel below, and I will come check it out and show some love. But anyways, that is all I got in my Ipsy bag for the month of June. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.